My name is Helen Ramirez. I'm the city manager for the City of Brownsville, Texas.
Helen, I don't think we need to shout, but it is noisy in here. But let's see. What's today been all about?
Wow, today is our lit fiber, BTX fiber grand opening, and and also we had a panel discussion today about what broadband means and fiber means to the city. We had incredible panelists, not only national but from an international. Rika from NTT. We had our public utility board, which is Mark, and he's actually formerly worked for Austin Energy. We have Lindsay from Lit Fiber, and also Jorge Cardenas, our director of IT. So it's just been a really great day today. It just marks this space, this demo space is a community space, right? So it's for our community, our business community, our residents, our educators to come and see what are we doing? What does a potential 5G mean and fiber mean for our community? And also, it's just seeing the Chamber of Commerce bring all our partners, because when we first started this initiative back in 2020, it was really prior to COVID hitting. We felt that we were one of the least connected cities in 2014 and 2017 and in the nation, with about 44.8% of our population did not have internet connectivity at that time. And so the governance, the mayor, the city commission, former mayors, current mayor, decided, and staff said, let's survey all our partners, the BISD, Texas Southmost College, UTRGV, our economic development partners, and our community to see if they're open to having a city fiber network. And they were. They're like, we really are not happy with the service that we have, and some do not have service at the cost that was being afforded to them. And so, government usually doesn't get into fiber business, but when there's a pain point and a need that the community is saying and you're seeing, which COVID magnified, then you realize that it is a community pain point that we have to solve for if we're going to give good customer service.
Tell us about the investment the city made and the partnership you developed to make it doable financially.
Wow. So I always say that the COVID pandemic, while it was a horrible pandemic, it also, the federal government did give grants to cities nationwide. And of the $67 million that the city of Brownsville received, we took $19.5 million, and we said we're going to build out the middle mile, right? It's almost like your main highway. And from there, tentacles, the last mile, which is to your home and business, we're going to do a public-private partnership, and let's leverage the 19.5 to leverage a private company to help us build out the last mile and help operate it. Because government does a lot of good things, but we don't know how to operate fiber, but we can structure a deal, a P3 partnership that'll make all this worthwhile. The fact that also we own our public utility board, our PUB, our utilities, that allows for the fiber to be laid more efficiently and effectively throughout the city at a lower cost. So really being cost conscious, redundant in a very cyber secure way, and actually building out the best, because the community deserves the best. So the way it's being built out is about 48 inches below ground. So if we do have any, windstorm or any kind of, tropical storm, that we will still have redundant fiber connectivity that will keep our community safe and able to, have commerce even during difficult tropical storms.
What has been the reaction so far, the feedback you've had from Brownsville residents?
We've had very good feedback. Many have already signed up, so you can go to the Lit Fiber, BTX Fiber website, and you can put in your address, whether you're a business or you're a resident, and see, I did that the other day. The range of costs for me and where I live for what I need is $30 to $35. And right now I'm paying twice as that, so for better connectivity. So I'm very excited. I want everybody just to go in, put in their address, and really understand, get a cost estimate of what it can cost for you, and everything's in English and Spanish, and it also really, it's just very open and transparent as to what you can obtain. So I really encourage all of our residents. We've already had residents and businesses sign up, but we expect that to grow. Part of this demo center is to have people be educated, and also some of the broadband money or some of the money that the city allocated is to go out to our underserved communities, the South Coast Library, our main library, and boots on the ground, because if they don't have fiber connectivity, how are they going to find out about this? So what we're doing is, communities that are underserved, doing door hangers, having a phone available in English and Spanish so they can be educated as to what this is. But really, like we talked about today, we have, when we first signed the MOU, we had all 7 partners sign on with us. And with that, they were able to share the information. We had the superintendent of BISD, Dr. Chavez, here, and we had representatives of UTRGV, Veronica Gonzalez, and that just shows that our educators are very much aware of what's going on and many of the priority sites that were chosen by the city, they were chosen with our schools in mind. And when the utility company chose their sites, it was chosen with what their needs are in mind with regard to safety, security, and redundancy. So the 6 rings of fiber, they're so you won't, if the line is cut one way, you still have connectivity the other way. So there's a strategy to the build out of the fiber.
Last question, in the panel discussion, you made the point that this is also good for Brownsville in terms of economic development and the future of Brownsville. Speak to us about that, if you will, just what this investment could mean in terms of the quality of life, the ability to bring in new businesses.
Sure, I think Rika talked about it in the panel, is that right now a lot of our business communities and small businesses have to have 1 or 2 internet service providers for redundancy, because they go down and they're a spotty service. And so having another option, because it's good to create options, right? That's what the market needs. Then they'll have more reliable and redundant service throughout Brownsville that maybe at a lower cost. So the hope is that, with the lower cost, they'll have a minimum of 100 up, 100 down, upload and download. Just that's the minimum, that we would even offer, because so they're going to be able to work, whether you're an entrepreneur working from home, a small business. A lot of people do telework nowadays, so the workforce has changed. So this comes just at the perfect time for if you work at home, if you're hybrid, if you work, in your company, if you have clients and you really can't be down. I was talking to Allstate the other day. They lost service for 1 hour. You can have an insurance provider losing service. That was a conversation we had today. So to them, they were thanking us that we're allowing for options to come to Brownsville, and the reliability of that option. From a public safety standpoint, it also allows our officers, to get information on real time with what's happening with any potential crime or what have you. And from our community, from a quality of life is really important. So if you're on a trail or a park, you're gonna have trail and park connectivity. So sometimes we're worried about, being on the West Rail Trail that no one's gonna know if I fall or I get hurt. Well, imagine having connectivity. What does that mean from health and telehealth for our hospitals and all our medical industry? So I'm very excited to see what happens with the medical industry here and all the new businesses that will not only, something that was said really important by Lit Fiber is, if you don't have redundant fiber at affordable costs, it's not so much if you build it, they will come. If you don't build it, they will leave. That's very, very key. Because the world's not going to wait for Brownsville. You got to keep on going, keep on improving, or else what will happen? The world's passing us by. So we'll go from one of the least connected cities to one of the best connected cities for our size. And with SpaceX here, the LNGs, the Port of Brownsville, downtown Brownsville, and how we're growing, it's a perfect timing to really accelerate the economic development, quality life, and community development in our city.
Helen, thank you so much for today's interview. Have I missed anything else you'd like to add?
I would say tell your friends, really tell your businesses, spread the word about this other option for our community. And really, we talked about having a limitless mindset. What can we do? What does the future is? To not be scared, try new things, try it out, and if you like it, sign on. Thank you.
We'll help get the word out. Thank you so much for this interview.